What is going on, guys? I'm ASG and I'm 2k back here with a random occasional video. So with the new adding of season 6 and the Mystery Domination, I'm kind of just like going over the best way to complete every game. I actually haven't finished it yet, but that's because I haven't been playing that much. So what you really want to do for team, I'm gonna go over team building and how you want to play the game. So since it's on Hall of Fame difficulty for team building, you want guys that like you can do XP for guys that are like decent, like Clem Haskins is a good card, so you can use him for XP. And then so you can want guys that can play defense and get to the rim, because it's on a Hall of Fame difficulty, so you're not gonna really shoot too much. But like a guy like Kawhi, since his release is so good, you can still agree with him. And heck, I can still agree with Kermit on Hall of Fame because he has an excellent base, which is really good. So you also want to use guys, if you have like diamond contracts on them, you should use those guys, because you don't have to, like, I got a diamond contract on Kawhi, so I can just use him since he's got a diamond contract, don't have to pay for contracts. You want to keep that in mind too, you want to pay for contracts. So guys I like to use, Clem I was using XP, but he's also pretty good if you want to use him because he's cheap. Kawhi I obviously use. Jimmy, I'm doing his evo a little bit, and he can play defense, and you don't even have to give the ball to him on offense. Kermit, fantastic defense, and he can get to the rim just fine. He got the Hall of Fame Showtime. That's also the big badge looking for, Hall of Fame Showtime. Kermit's got it, Kawhi's got it, D-Wade's got it on golds. I think these two guys have it on gold. I'm not 100% sure on that though. And the bench, like I'm just using guys like D-Wade, 21 contracts. That's like good enough. Connie Hawkins, I'm only using him. Diamond Shoe, 33 contracts. Wendell, he's actually a really good card for this. He can play interior, he can shoot occasionally because he has really good release and plays great defense, rebounds really well. Kyle Anderson, he doesn't have a great rating, but I can still green with him. And he has also got great defense, and is also an Evo. Mark Eaton, I was doing XP, and he's also an interior center, so you can just get that good. Because you can just like drop step, you can post hook, especially in current gen, you can just post hook. And then coaches, doesn't really matter. I'm just using Frank Vogel because that's what I have. Playbook, if you're very comfortable with guys' releases, run 13 heat, and then run quick horns 4 flare and punch 5 flare rip, because those were the cheesy online plays, but they also work against off ball, which is CPU basically. So if you're really comfortable with releases on Hall of Fame, you can use those. But so what you want to do in game, you just want to get on the break, zone. You run a zone just fine, because especially on Hall of Fame, like I beat this game Hall of Fame easy. Like I think I beat him like 30, because you can just zone him up because it's Hall of Fame. So like Larry can shoot, Jokic can shoot, he can hit a shot, but like LeBron was not hitting any shots. Shea, I think he hit a shot maybe, but Magic's not really hitting shots. So you want to get a lot of bump steals. Bump steals, you just take up your point guard. I was using like my top front court, backcourt comes up, get a bump steal, Hall of Fame Showtime on Kawhi, Hall of Fame or Golden Showtime on D-Wade. That's all you have to do, and then you just get that, and you keep going. So I'm on PS4, so I can't show you guys the Xbox glitch, but so what you do, I know how to do it. So once you know you have your MT good, because the problem is on Sims you can do it just fine because you don't need to get a certain MT amount, but for these you have to get 875 MT. So once you get, I think like we'll say like 700 MT, see is top right. Actually no, it'd be less than that. You get like 500 with the multiplier, the shooting bonuses and all that stuff. What you want to do is you want to go into your settings, and you want to, isn't it in here? I don't know. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Action replays. You want to put that to often, not occasionally. You want to put the often, and then as soon as it goes to action replay, you want to hit the Xbox home button and pull up the side menu, and then it will glitch the game. It won't pull you to the pause, but on PS4 it will. Like it'll like the pause menu, and it will basically just not let them throw in the ball. Because the clock's going from the dunk, or whatever, dunk, pressure probably what it is. and the clock's still going, and then they can't throw the ball in because it's like stuck. It's, I don't know, it's a weird glitch. And then the clock just winds down, and you don't have to like stop for plays. You don't have to get like timeouts, none of that. So that's what you want to do on Xbox. But yeah, so really what you want to do is you want to have an interior center, interior scorer. If you got the Opal Shack off the TT Online boards, that's a fantastic card to use. He's got really high speed, and obviously he's Shaq, so you can dominate inside. Kermit, if you got him like I did, use him. If you got Kawhi, use him. And anyone you have a diamond contract on, use them. But then for like your bench or guys you don't, there's like fillers. Let's see who I have that I'm like. Tony Roden, you could use him. Don't use Penny. You can use Mo Cheeks and just for defense and not give him the ball on offense and just run your offense through Kawhi. At the 3, you could run a guy like Brent. You could run Brent Berry. You could run like Brian Russell, Joe Ingles. Let's see. I also have Kenrich Williams. You can run him because don't give him the ball. Do you have any of these guys? Like, I wouldn't run Kiki. If you got Terry. If you got RJ's fine to run. Cam's fine to run. Latrell's probably fine to run. Hey, Ruby's probably like budget options. Jonathan Isaac's good guy to run because he plays defense and can get to the rim. That's George. You're gonna be fine, I think. That's really about it for I'd say the Rubies. And power forwards, Thad Young be good. I have Kyle Anderson in. You can use Bobby Jones just as a straight defensive guy if you don't have like to replace Kermit and you still get the ball in offense. Power forwards, Crocher's not bad. Roko's pretty good. Seku's good for defense wise, like these two. Heck, this Amethyst DeBuscher's not terrible on defense. He's pretty good on defense. If you could like pick down DeBuscher, you can use like Bobby Jones, Sidney Wicks, Antoine Jameson. I don't know. And then other guy like 2 guards, you can use Hamidou Diallo. You can use Deshaun Stevenson. You could use a guy like KBJ. You could probably use Gary Harris as just for straight defense. You could use Felipe Lopez, like Lou Dort, Gary Harris. One more I think. Like Thibault, Shump. They're all about the same. Like they can play defense, not really offense. You can run like Ronnie Brewer, and then Amethyst. You can run Ronald Murray, Norman Powell. Hell, you could run Dick Barnett because he can get to the rim. I wouldn't run like a guy like Manu. Bingo, you could probably run. Flalo would be fine. I mean, if you feel like you can agree with Drazen, then you can use him. Tower Hero would be fine. Like, Richard Hamilton will be fine, actually. Richard Hamilton, if you got him. Not a whole lot of guys. David Thompson, I don't think he has clamps, but let's check. He's got Hot Showtime. He doesn't have clamps, so I would not use him. You could use Ray Allen and try to hit a shot or two. Because you would, like, with the Ray Allen type card, you would, like hit a white. But that's really about it. Like, you might hit like 3 whites a game, but if you can green, like I can green with Kawhi just fine. I can maybe green with D-Wade occasionally. I can green with Kyle Anderson. I can green with a lot of these guys. So that's what you got to do. You basically have to use guys that have contracts or have cheap contracts like a Rubies. Use as your diamond contracts. I think I just said that. Off Showtime, rim running, defense. 3 things you need. If you can shoot the guy, use him, shoot them. If you can't, then I guess don't use them. Playbook, if you can shoot, use 13 Heat. I don't know other playbooks. The Pelicans playbook goes for a lot. I don't know if that's any good or not. And then I think the Blazers playbook has something. I'm not 100% sure on that though. But I think the Blazers has a quick through STS like play. That's what I've seen, I think, in a YouTube comment one time. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that is about it. That is basically how you... Oh, wait, sorry. It was the last thing. So remember, in-game, bump steals, zone. You can't really bait them, but since they're actually good players, what you want to, well, since it's actually really good, if they have low shot IQ, which like Kawhi's 25, which is good for a card because of low overall, but it's bad for the other guys because it makes them take dumb shots. So like you'll have like a guy just take a 100% half the shot, and it won't go in. So that's actually really good. So and then let's just look at some of the teams. So in this game's gonna be hard. I think Dwight's a good defender. You can just off-ball the Dwight on defense, and you can just spam pick and roll with like a guy like Mark Eaton or Shaq or something like that. Mark Eaton's like 10K to use him. I accidentally beat this team on pro. Didn't realize I was playing on pro. But you can abuse Ibaka just because he doesn't have lamps. You can get like I have a guy like I have D-Rob. I can check on D-Rob. How you can check on Powell. You can use Wayne Embry. You can use Time Lord. Those are other guys you can use. I wouldn't use Kevin Love. You could use Powell, I think. You could use Ben Wallace at the 4 if you wanted. And then, so yeah, you just run through Ibaka. Just sprint past him. You can zone him up because Jared Wallace on Hall of Fame can't shoot. And Ibaka can't shoot either. This game, Curry's got gold clamps. Peja's got gold clamps, I think. You can try to do something with that. You can just get like a hot quick step guy. Well, like Clem Haskins, he's got high speed, hot quick step. Try to go right past them. And then defense, your defense is gonna be hard with this one because it's this like the shooter lineup. And this one is defense lineup. Bobby Jones, off ball on him. I don't think Gary Payton can shoot that well. But offense is just gonna be a lot of just speed glitching, pick and roll, maybe a play and try to do something off of that. And then I don't know the rest of these teams, but also I would definitely say this is worth it because at the end you can see you get 25 tokens for 33 stars, 20,000 MTE, and then you get all the tokens, all the MTE from playing it, and you get Mel Daniels, obviously. There's maybe supposed to be something with like the names and a locker code and something like that in case there's something. I don't really know, but there might be something like that. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.